Ever feel like some subjects are just way too hard and it's going to be so difficult to understand what you need to know? Then you're going to enjoy this video. I'm Dean Roller and this is Study Summit. When I was at university, some subjects seemed a lot easier than others. In fact, I remember I took a class where the teacher insisted that we meet outside and we just discussed whatever he wanted to talk about. Wait, what exactly is this class again? In the same semester, I would take a nuclear physics class for the exact same amount of credits. The only difference was, it seemed like the teacher was speaking a completely different language to me. It didn't seem to be a problem for other students in the class. They were breezing through nuclear physics like I was breezing through whatever that other class was. But then I finally caught up to them. In this video, I'm going to explain how to tackle difficult subjects, how to close the gap between what you currently know and what you need to know, and how to apply this exact strategy to any difficult subject that you might be facing. Dr. George Loewenstein wrote a paper in 1994 about the information gap. He defined it as the gap of knowledge or understanding between what you know and what you don't know. Let me explain this with a little story. Just say someone gives you a bike to ride and it looks just like this one. This makes sense to you. You know where the seat is, where your feet are supposed to go, and that the handlebars are meant for turning the bike. The gap between what you know and what is being asked of you is very small. That means you can jump right on this bike and take it for a ride with ease. Now let's say someone asks you to take this vehicle for a spin. Well, go on. If you were like me in the first few nuclear physics classes I took, then someone might as well be asking you to ride a pineapple to the shops. That's not even a pineapple. This works as a transportation device somehow, but if someone were to ask you to take it for a spin, the information between how you understand current transportation to work and this thing is far too large. It just won't make any sense to you. Soon, you'll be staring at that vehicle and be getting very bored and frustrated trying to figure it out. And that's exactly what happens when we're faced with difficult subjects. For complicated subjects to appear easier, we need to relate difficult subject matter to things that we already know, thereby closing this information gap. Let's use an example. If I were to explain how to use this vehicle, I would say, first imagine riding a motorbike. You sit on the seat, lean over the petrol tank, and use the handlebars to turn. Now imagine this vehicle is just a fancy motorbike. Here is the seat, this is where you lean over, and here are the handlebars to turn the vehicle. We learn easiest when relating something we don't know to something we do. Dr. Richard Feynman, a genius and a Nobel Prize winner, never understood why people didn't like science. He figured it was because students got bored really easily with the subject, but all it required was a little bit of imagination to understand some core concepts. So, when faced with difficult subjects, here are 3 things that you can do right away. Number 1, write down a concept that you don't understand. Number 2, relate this concept back to facts that you do already know about the subject. And number 3, if you have absolutely no idea about a concept, then ask a teacher to explain it to you using a metaphor. Make up a story that enables you to visualize core concepts of a subject. Our imagination is limitless, so use it to close the gap between what you do know and what you need to know. If you got something out of this video, then subscribe to this channel and leave me a comment below, letting me know how you use this concept to study for your hardest subjects. I look forward to sharing the practical tips that make the most of your time.